Welcome back to News Geelong on this Friday evening. The Geelong Gallery has a long tradition of hosting prize exhibitions. From the late 1930s, the gallery has awarded acquisitive prizes for oil paintings, watercolours and prints, sponsored by a variety of individuals and corporate supporters. In 2004, the Contemporary Painting Art Prize was restyled to acknowledge Fletcher Jones' generous sponsorship of the event. Ian Nichols chatted with Geelong Gallery Director Jeffrey Edwards.
At the Geelong Art Gallery, there's always something exciting happening here. We're very fortunate to see many exhibitions of note, and this time it's the Fletcher Jones Art Prize. There are 43 shortlisted entries here, and they're vying for a prize of $30,000. But more importantly, it's well worth a look, as we speak with the gallery director, Jeffrey Edwards. Well, Jeffrey, this is a very impressive display, and you are standing in front of the winning entry this year.
I am, Ian. This is Tim McMonagle's The Happy Song, and it's won the 2010 Fletcher Jones Art Prize, which is quite a turn-up. But he's a very hot property on the art scene. That is not why it won. It won because it is such a fascinating allegory.
Well, it stands out, I've got to say, when you look around, and there's some beautiful stuff here, but that really takes your eye the minute you walk into this gallery.
I think there are a number of works that do that, but this one, for its sheer rawness and its raw energy and its satire, it really stands out. And in a way, for all its contemporary qualities, it reminds one of the great 18th and early 19th century British political satirists, Hogarth, Gilray, Rowlandson, who were virtually the newspaper cartoonists of their own time.
Yeah, like I recall the Punch was the magazine, not a newspaper. It does now remind me of those cartoons. Yes, you're right.
Well, it does. And there's no specific message here. We see this homeless lady, a figure looking very blithe, looking totally untroubled, sitting on top of this huge mound. Is it a bun? Is it a Boston bun? A hamburger? Is it a stack of mattresses? What is it? In fact, it's probably a great bundle of this lady's worldly belongings. And the artist in New York, a year ago, working for a while outside his studio, saw this lady every morning, clearly without a home, would come along, settle herself on a massive bag of all her worldly goods, and throughout the day sit comfortably, undistracted, just observing the passing traffic, many of it very well heeled, literally and actually, and we see in the lower part of this painting a pair of high-heeled stiletto shoes, very glamorous, and she was just observing life, and this is the inspiration for this particular work.
At the Geelong Art Gallery, for News Geelong, this is Ian Nichols.
Thank you, Ian. The Jan Juc Surf Lifesaving Club provides support for swimmers and surfers at the local beaches, and one of these services is the ever-popular Nippers program, educating youngsters about safety in the surf. The club decided to order 22 new Nippers surfboards for training at a cost of $11,500. On the 13th of July, the order was confirmed, the funds received, and all systems go. By the 15th of July, the South Australian company, run by an ex-Olympian, had folded, and the Jan Juc Surf Lifesaving Club was left high and dry. Debbie Meaney spoke with Phil Jewson.
People may think that the financial crisis is over, but the Jan Juc Surf Lifesaving Club has been hit through no fault of their own. I have Steve Jewson from the club to tell us about the crisis.
Yes, we ordered 22 nipper boards, which are for the Surf Ed program and Surf Sports program, from a manufacturer, Forcefield, over in South Australia, and we found out 2 weeks ago that they've gone into voluntary liquidation. So we've paid our $11,500 up front, according to the deal, and we've since found out that we've probably zero chance of receiving any money back because we're actually an unsecured creditor. So
that must have hit the club really hard.
Yeah, look, a lot of disappointed people because fundraising goes over December, January, February, and the kids were looking forward to having 22 new shiny boards, and we were going to unload some of the better older ones down to Wye River Surf Club, because we've got some people here that have got an association with that club as well, so they were going to get our older ones. So yeah, we were disappointed if was what's happened. Yeah.
So what's the plan now?
The plan now is we've been flogging ourselves in the paper promoting that we've done some dough, and the community has been fantastic in getting behind us. We've received $2,000 from the Beach Hotel just up the road. $2,000 from one of my clients who wishes to remain anonymous, some money from the Beachfront Cafe on the Esplanade there, and Torquay Data Cable and Communication have donated $1,000.
I'm imagining there's still quite a shortfall. How can people help out?
Look, there's been several other companies, Bells Beach Cottages and Kylie Emmett Bowen Treatments have offered up. Bells Beach has offered up a week's accommodation for us to raffle off, and Kylie has offered up a couple of Bowen treatments. So we'll have a raffle night, and so anything like that we can take in kind, or we can still take in cash donations.
And how can people get in contact and help out further?
If they get onto the website, so www.Jan Surf Club, and my phone number is on there, and or they can just contact the club directly. That would be fantastic.
This is Debbie Meaney at the Jan Surf Club for News Geelong.
Thank you, Debbie. Local Year 11 students and cousins Blaze White and Zach Dodds are on a mission to walk from Drysdale to Tocumwal, walking 8 to 9 hours a day for 11 consecutive days. They're raising money for the Australian Cancer Research Foundation and the Andrew Love Centre. The boys have dedicated the walk to their grandfather, Alex Dodds. They will leave the Zoo Cafe in Drysdale at 11 a.m. on Sunday the 19th of September. You can farewell the boys and support them by buying brekkie at their send-off from 8 a.m. Their grandmother will join them for the last 3 kilometres of the walk. News Geelong caught up with the boys with a month to go.
Well, it all started in February when I came home from school, and my mother had a very unfortunate job of informing me that my grandfather's been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. And I decided they had to do something. So we started to try and organise this fundraiser idea from walking from my house in Drysdale to where I used to live in Tocumwal, New South Wales, which was roughly 400 k's. And we wanted to do in dedication to him and everyone else who's had to suffer or watch someone suffer through this evil illness.
Now, initially the idea was that he would be able to join you on that walk at some point.
Yes, the idea was that he'll meet us at the end, but he got too sick too fast and we couldn't leave him. And sadly he passed away in November, and within a couple of days the idea was back on and we started organising it.
So you thought, we're still going to do it in memory of Grandad?
Yep.
Yep. Now, Blaze, it was all your idea, but Zach, how did you get involved?
Blaze told me around when he started thinking of the idea, and I said that I'd be happy to get on board and walk with him. Thought it might get a bit lonely by himself.
That'll be terrific for you both. I'm sure your grandfather will be very proud of you.
Yeah.
Now, you were aiming for $10,000. You've already surpassed that amount already.
Yes, we have. I believe we're sitting about 13,000 at the moment, with still a few fundraisers to go.
All right. Now, are there any particular people that you'd like to thank?
We'd like to thank Mark and Tracy West and Jayco Prestige Motors for donating the motor home for the weeks that we're doing the walks.
All right, and as well as that, you've got a big breakfast on at the Zoo Cafe in Drysdale, where you leave from on the 19th of September at 11 a.m.
Yes, that's true. You can pre-order the meal, and I believe it's about $5.
And all the proceeds go to your fundraising.
Yes.
And we wish you all the best, boys. This is News Geelong on this winter Friday as we go to a break and return with sport and weather after this.